Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to game number 1 of a best of 3. It's Evil Geniuses versus Kaipi, the second match in our doubleheader for this evening. Earlier today, we got done seeing VP take care of business. They took down Dignitas and they joined our other two teams as the third team into the winner bracket semifinals. It's the Corsair Summer Tour 2013. As you can see behind me, $10,000 at stake, a fully online tournament. With that being said, the draft is underway. Let's get into it. Kaipi versus EG. I think the most interesting thing here is that our TZ Timbersaw respect ban. It has been banned out. We saw, I believe it was the Alliance run this for S4, and ever since then, Kaipi has been favoring a lot. I saw Arteezy streaming it yesterday, was dominating solo mid. That hero is very deceptively hard to kill and does outrageous pure damage early on. So, despite being an unorthodox ban, man, casting with Lumi really does wonders to your tongue. But despite being a rather unorthodox ban, it makes sense given that Kaipi have been running it and are not afraid to use it. It, of course, leaves a Bat Rider in the pool. EG will snap that up with the first pick. Then they'll follow up with a Treant. They see Kaipi go Naga Weaver, and they deny the Treant from Kaipi. As for Kaipi, nothing too surprising here. They ban out the Wisp. They ban out the Bane. And the draft will continue. If you're just joining us, if this is your first time catching the Corsair Summer Tour, you should know there's a giveaway, and I'd love for you to be a part of it. Head over to gc.corsair.com and enter for your chance to win a fully loaded gaming rig as well as some free Dota TV tickets. I believe 2 or 3 are handed out every single day. So with that being said, the draft will continue. The second stage of the ban's underway now. EG will ban out a Shadow Demon. Interesting ban from them. One of the stronger counters to Bat Rider is Disruption. You see occasionally the Disruptor Glimpse as well is a choice, but Shadow Demon's a much more versatile support in that sense, and a pretty annoying hero for Bat Rider to play against. So EG will remove that, logical for them. Now they ban up the Darkseer, and you look at Kaipi's draft, a very strong mid-game lineup. Naga could be that support here. They've got a lot of minus armor coming from Riptide, coming from the Swarm, good physical damage for them, and they'll go for more mid-game here. Can scale late for sure, but they get the Lifestealer. Weaver Lifestealer bombs are decent. It is a hero that's somewhat vulnerable to Bat Rider's lasso, but the idea here for Kaipi is you get enough hard-to-kill carries, someone's going to live, and that hero will wreak havoc. They've banned out the Queen of Pain as well as the OD, so they removed 2 of JO's potential solo mids, and also just strong solo mids in general. It could even be a Naga mid. Honestly, any one of these 3 heroes for Kaipi could solo mid. So as for their lanes, that's still very much up in the air, and it makes life a bit trickier for EG. Now it's EG's turn to be a little bit deceptive. They'll go back for Bounty Hunter. So if you thought this was a Demon Bat in the off lane, well, now it looks more like a Jungle Bat Rider. Not sure if that's something maybe Bambo would play as a 4 position, if they'll run the Bounty Hunter mid, but Bounty Hunter isn't a very strong mid. So expect a Jungle Bat, expect an off lane Bounty, expect that Treant just supporting whoever's in the safe lane, and then they still need the solo mid, and I think most importantly, they need Fear's carry. Fear, as of late when EG's been playing, they've been running a very hard 4 Protect 1. I had a chance to speak to Fear, and he basically said he thinks it's what gives their team the best chance to win. Just having that carry that eventually can basically 1v5 the enemy team if it gets big enough. So we'll see if they continue to go that direction here. They still haven't picked this hero up. But Kaipi will go back for Leshrac, and now their tri-lane starts to take shape. Naga, Leshrac, +1. Could be the Lifestealers, the +1. Could be another hero yet to be determined if it's a farming Naga or farming Leshrac. Kaipi still not fully tipping their hand, but you pretty much know what the lanes are now, and now we'll see a Shadow Fiend. I think the big question is this a solo mid Shadow Fiend, or is this a safe laner for Fear? If it's a mid Shadow Fiend, obviously expect JO to take it up. And now the final set of bans. EG, looking for that, probably that last support hero. It could be a 5-position tree and a 4-position Bat Rider, in which case they need Fear's hero, or it could be a safe lane Shadow Fiend, potentially a mid Bat, an off lane Bounty, and then they need another support hero to pair with the Shadow Fiend and the Treant in the safe lane. So, not 100% sure what Kaipi ban. I would lean towards banning a Fear hero now, but we'll see what they look to do. EG, as for them, a lot more clear for them. They pretty much just want to ban out any hero that can be a part of a tri-lane. Because the Naga, the Weaver, the Lifestealer, one of these will probably go mid. I suppose you could tri-lane Naga Leshrac +1, or plus Lifestealer, and then put somebody else mid. And I like how EG held on to the Shadow Fiend pick until late, because now that they've picked him up, nothing on Kaipi's draft really dominates the Shadow Fiend mid, and the heroes that are best against him, OD, Queen of Pain, two of the stronger solo mids versus Shadow Fiend, are banned out. There is still a Templar Assassin. If Kaipi want more minus armor, that would be very greedy, though. Then you're looking at basically 4 cores, and even a support here in Leshrac, who needs a lot of levels and farm later on to stay relevant. So what will Arteezy be playing? None of these really strike me as signature Arteezy heroes. Lifestealer, Weaver, Naga Siren. It doesn't feel like any of these are the Arteezy hero. Maybe he could play the Weaver. It's not that he can't play these heroes. It's more, generally Kaipi's style has been to go for those flashy, explosive solo mids. The Puck, the Templar Assassin, even a Shadow Fiend occasionally. Something that Arteezy can really snowball hard on. We'll have to see what they go for, but probably Arteezy's hero still to be picked up. And then possibly Fears, depending if it's a JO Shadow Fiend mid or not. All is hard to say. I think for EG, the one concern right now is their lanes look a little bit weak. Shadow Fiend, a decent 1v1 mid in certain matchups, not a dominant one generally. Batrider, a good 1v1 hero. But if you run him, when you have a Bounty Hunter as well, you probably run the Batrider in the jungle, so that weakens your lanes for the first 5 to 10 minutes. And then you have a Bounty Hunter as a solo. Doesn't really crush any of Kaipi's heroes, 1v1. Weaver does fine against him, especially if you pull that Weaver sentries. And Kaipi will go back for a Gyro. So it'll be a support Naga, a support Leshrac, and a Childian Gyrocopter most likely. And now our draft is complete. Evil Geniuses will wrap things up with a Nature's Prophet. A Bambo Prophet at that. Is he back into the offlane, or is this a 4-position Prophet? It looks like a 4-position Prophet. King of the Trees for EG. They've got the Prophet. They've got the Tram Protector. It's a green peace-loving bunch. But Kaipi, lots of burst damage, strong laning potential. Their mid-game, they've got the Naga Sleep, the Naga Net, lots of lockdown from Lifesteal. And it will be an Arteezy Weaver mid, which does decently against Shadow Fiend if the Shadow Fiend isn't pulled sentries or if you're just able to dodge the raises. But if JO has a decent start, it gets hard for Weaver to approach Shadow Fiend in the mid lane. Fear Bounty Hunter. Well, this is unexpected. Carry Bounty? I'm not sure if EG changed their role since I last cast them. I know they've been switching them up here and there. For a while, they had Fear on the 4 position. They had JO playing offlane and Demon mid. And then they had Bambo offlane at one point. Now Bambo's been on support as of late. Fear was playing hard carry most recently. It was Demon offlane. It was Bambo 4 position and JO mid. But who knows? Now Fear on the Bounty Hunter. Maybe EG throwing a curveball, or maybe it's just been their new style since the last time I had the pleasure of casting them. But thank you all for joining me. Of course, I am LD of Beyond the Summit, and here we go. Kaipi on the dire side. Bone 7, your offlane Lifestealer. We'll have Eternal Envy, EE God, as y'all like to call him, playing the Gyrocopter. Arteezy on the Weaver, likely headed solo mid, starting at the top lane for the time being. Come with me, your support Leshrac. Won't be seeing his Visage, won't be seeing those flashy micro heroes like Chen, but will be looking to make some big plays here. And last but not least, it is... Brain is not working right now. I'll have to resort to the profile check. It's Pylai Dai, your 5 position, will be playing, or maybe 4 position this game, playing the support Naga Siren. On the Radiant side, you've got Team EG. Arteezy patting himself on the back for forcing EG's hand there. As they did ban out Timbersaw. Definitely a huge respect ban. And now for EG, we'll introduce them now. Demon on the offlane playing the Batrider. JO, solo mid. Shadow Fiend, not pulled at all. Generally, when you see Shadow Fiend mid, he does get pulled. But it's not really... There's no one like a Queen of Pain or a Puck who can just dominate a Shadow Fiend mid early. So they figure he doesn't need the help. Bambo, Jungle Prophet to start. Reina Basilius is up. We'll have Fear as your safe lane Bounty Hunter, getting the farm. And B-Diz, support Tram Protector. So EG running a safe lane Bounty, giving him the early golden experience. Well, this ain't something you see every day. It's not that Bounty doesn't scale reasonably well with farm. He does. He has Janata. The problem is this is not really a 1v5 hero. He's no natural lockdown. He doesn't have a huge steroid spell. Track doesn't give you minus armor as well. So when you run a safe lane Bounty Hunter, your goal is generally just to have a very aggressive mid game, find lots of pickoffs, get an early level 6, and go for the gank. So with a jungle bat and a Nature's Prophet in the jungle as well, potentially they could do that. Demon, I thought he'd be off lane, but is worried about a potential first blood, and Kaipi, the chances of that are actually very high. This is a level 1 tri-lane that can kill pretty much anything. If you Pylai Die simply throws out an ensnare, Come With Me's there with the follow-up Split Earth, And then EE comes in with Rocket Barrage. Even with Firefly, Batrider can easily drop from 0 to nothing. So Demon will play it safe. He'll start stacking his jungle. And in good news for him, despite that Lifestealer Haste Rune, Bone 7 was not given any Observer Wards. He won't be warding the jungle. So EG are going to immediately double stack 2 camps. Good efficient start for them. If you're running 2 junglers, you really want to take advantage of the stacks. And Bambo farming the big camp. Got the Satyrs early, one of the easier camps to kill as a jungle prophet. The main one you don't want is the Ursa. We'll see an initiation mid, but with tree armor for Jo, well, you ain't killing him easily. Arteezy's going to have his work cut out for him. Has started off on a hot streak, 6-2. But as Jo continues to find levels, it gets easier and easier to last hit. Constant living armor. And Kaipi say, we're going to contest your jungle. We're going aggressive. Here comes Pylai Die. Here comes Come With Me. They know EG's running a bat as well as a prophet in the jungle, and they're going to look to shut that down immediately. Bambo, he will deny his own treants. He's killed off 1 big camp, most of a small camp, hits level 2. Now Come With Me, Sentry Ward deployed there. And I guess the question is, do they aggressive tri-lane? Or are they just harassing the jungle? They'll find Demon out, only level 1, was going for some pulls of his own, has not hit level 2 yet, no sticky napalm. And in the end, they'll transition into a Leshrac Naga tri-lane along with a Lifestealer. Good initiation range with the ensnare. Good follow-up burst with the Split Earth. I think EG can kill this Bounty Hunter. The only question is, do they have sentries or dust? Or rather, Kaipi can. I was thinking EE that I said EG, and then I realized I was talking about Kaipi. EG, EE. What's the difference? But they don't have sentries, they don't have dust, so they'll have to burst Fear from full to nothing during the duration of that ensnare, which isn't going to happen as long as he keeps himself healthy. So Fear shouldn't die in the off lane. They have warded a couple of the camps, but still Demon's got a double stack to farm. He'll hit probably close to level 4 off of this, now that he's got Napalm. Stacked it up 5 times and then went. And he'll be able to clear this camp. As for Bambo, Bambo's into the off lane now. 1v1 against the Gyro. The Bat definitely farms faster in the jungle, but obviously he's also the stronger laner. So they're just prioritizing the Bat getting a little bit more out of the jungle, allowing that Gyro to have an easier time. EE 17-6, your lead farmer so far. 14-4 for the solo mid Weaver. Arteezy off to a really good start. Remember, JO's had living armor spam. Arteezy, I actually didn't get to check if he was pulled, so I'm not 100% sure there, but even if he was still fighting against living armor, you got to say the Shadow Fiend getting a lot more support from his team. Very passive start for both teams. Bone 7, 11-4. Weaver, 16-4. And Gyro, 18-6. Kaipi farming 3 carries. EG not farming their Bounty Hunter that much and getting jungle farm for a Demon Batrider. Some jungle farm. Remember, not a whole lot. He's been sentryed off at both big camps. I would say this favors Kaipi quite a bit. Getting 3 carries farm. Sure, maybe you're slightly behind in levels. 250 experience lead for EG, but only slightly. And the heroes like Batrider, you slow them down with these sentry wards. It's all about getting the ultra-fast blink. Until Batrider doesn't really do a whole lot in the jungle. They'll make a confident foray. Straight up the river, past the Radiant Observer Ward. This has been spotted out by EG. But I don't know that Kaipi care if they get kills here. It's much more about just slow down Fear. They have Dust up now as well. And Pylai Die is going to tango through the trees. Drops the net to start. Unfortunately, Tree can't do much here. Fear's caught in position. Now the Split Earth comes through the tree line, clips Fear. But it's just not enough damage. Kaipi will be forced back. Bounty Hunter, very hard to kill unless you've got a lot of magical burst. If you rely on physical damage, well, good luck. Because he's got a Sprout Shield. He's got 7 armor and an okay HP Pool City at 600. So Fear weathers the storm. He dodges that first Dust Gank. I think for Kaipi, just a little bit too ambitious. Generally, you'd want to go for the Bounty Hunter when he's somewhere like in this area. When he's all the way back here, it's not easy to dive. I believe they played around the living armor there. I think BDiz had just used it mid for Jo. Not 100% sure about that, but even if you play around living armor, it's tough to kill Fear here in the safe lane. So 4 minutes in, we'll have our first pause of the game. Well, it was a good run, guys. It was a good run. But overall, I think Kaipi give them the advantage here. EG's got this lineup that can make a lot of things happen in the mid game, but they also have the pressure on them to make that happen. Kaipi are farming a Lifestealer, they're farming a Weaver mid, and they're farming a Gyro safe lane. That's a tri-core of heroes that dish out a lot of damage. They've got plenty of AoE, decent lockdown as the game goes later. Pressure will be on EG to come back from a slightly slow laning stage and make a lot of kills happen. But it's close. A lot of it comes down to, does EG find track kills? Are they able to push down some towers with Edict after finding those kills? Meanwhile, Arteezy's in a bit of trouble mid. Demon zoning him off, but he's already picked up an Invis rune. We'll see a Radiant Sentry Ward expire. And Demon now rotates into the enemy jungle. If you're going to aggressive tri-lane me, he says, well, I'll just go farm your jungle instead. He's gotten here in time to stack a big camp. Nice adjustment by Demon. Has he waited too long, though? That's the main question. Already it's 5 minutes in, and he's just now making the transition. Generally, at this point with Bat, you'd be about level 6. 5.5, getting close to 6. So the sentry wards, the harassment from Kaipi in the jungle, definitely having an impact. Demon has been slowed down. Make no mistake about it. He'll rotate onto Eternal Envy, who's posting up very confidently, but Bat can't do anything by himself like this. He'll need a lot of backup. If he goes in on EE now, he'll give up a first blood for sure. The Rocket Barrage will quickly chew through this Living Armor. Just zoning from Demon. Definitely doesn't want to commit to a kill. Eternal Envy slowed down a tiny bit, but I think Kaipi will be fine with this trade. If you're EG, you'd rather have Demon just getting close to level 6, getting the Blink Dagger as quickly as possible. It ain't happening yet. Here comes the rotation. Pylai die, as well as Come With Me. Heading towards mid. They've got Dust, not that they need it for Jo. And here comes the dive. I don't think Arteezy needs help either. There is Living Armor. It'll be deployed now. Arteezy, no points in the swarm. Body blocking like a boss. He sets up the net. Low ground to high ground. Now it's up to Jo to raise his way out. He hits 2. First blood to Jo despite the gank. Arteezy strikes back. Great raises there from Jo. Fantastic reaction, and now Fear's on the hunt. Only level 5. Arteezy, already 7. Should not die here. And they also force a rotation from Fear as well as Beat is. 3 heroes come mid. They do get the first blood on Jo, but it comes at the cost of a 3-hero rotation and giving away Lifestealer farm and not actually doing anything to kill off Envy. Speaking of Envy, well, he's diving Demon top lane. There's your call down. Demon able to juke towards the tree line. He's dropping low to Rocket Barrage, but not enough damage yet. Envy will be forced back. Got to give Jo props, though, there. That is a very dicey situation. As Eternal Envy's actually going back in, this is a long way to dive. Remember, there's Living Armor. Not sure if he really wants to commit to this. Demon throws out a party flame break. Just harassment. Good zoning from Envy so far. Really requiring it. He's requiring a dual lane to deal with him. And while that's happening, Come With Me, as well as Pylai die. Not to be denied. We'll go straight back towards mid. The Shadow Fiend did die. He lost some souls. Tango's dropped by Demon. We'll keep our eyes on mid, though, as Arteezy jumps in. And here comes the net. Here comes big trouble for Jo. He throws out 2 raises, nails both. But is there follow-up? Living Armor's there, on the run. Arteezy is barely going to bring him down. Jo is playing magnificently mid. Even though he's died twice, I mean, that's about as close as you get to finding a second kill there. Still farming reasonably well, 31-9 to the 32-7 of Arteezy. Obviously, Living Armor is helping him out, but this is constant pressure from Kaipi. They know the Shadow Fiend is the key damage dealer, the only real carry that EG has. And so far for EG, we just haven't seen their team really come online. No Prophet ganks, no Bounty Hunter ganks yet. Their window isn't necessarily now, but it's over the next 5 to 10 minutes where they'll want to make some things happen. They need the Bambo Midas, and then the next item, they'll need the Blink Dagger. And here we go on to Fear. Dust deployed. Fear's in trouble. Living Armor or not, I don't know if it'll be enough. He actually tracks up the Naga, and Bone 7 will still find the kill. 3-1 your score. 8 minutes in. The gold graph, well, it's an ugly sight for EG fans everywhere. Already trailing by 2k gold. Already trailing by over 1.5k experience. The experience for me is the big thing, because EG is a team that they need Lasso, they need the Prophet ult. You want to get Living Armor maxed as quickly as possible. Shadow Fiend, actually a fairly level dependent carry. You need max Necromaster, you need max raises, and you'd like to have 1 point in presence of the Dark Lord, as well as ideally hitting level 11, having 2 points in your ultimate. Beyond that, it's not as important, but they're being shut down immensely early game, and I think the biggest thing is just the Demon is now nowhere near a Blink Dagger. I felt he could have just gone to jungle. He wanted to help out Bambo, who's having a tough time top lane, but I think you're better off sacking Bambo and just ensuring you get the Blink Dagger, because you need that Blink coupled with the Bounty Hunter track to actually find track kills. Without it, how does EG actually find a kill? There's no overgrowth. Treant's not a great ganker anyway. Your Prophet's only level 6, going for a Midas. Can they actually find track kills without a Blink Dagger and Bat? I find it hard to see how they will. Kaipi, some very elusive and hard to dive carries. Lifestealer with Rage, Weaver with Sakuchi, and then even a support like Naga with the net, eventually with the Song of the Siren. It's going to be tough, but they'll make a go top now. Fear rotating up here, along with Demon. Demon deciding to farm. He's almost got level 6. But it seems like Kaipi are fully prepared for EG's movements. They've parked the Naga Siren behind Eternal Envy top lane. Now they'll spot out this Bat Rider. Maybe they can net Demon and look to punish him, but Demon is going to farm a big stack. At the rate he's going, he'll get netted in the river, but should be okay. Call down deployed, low ground to high ground, or rather high ground to low ground. Both strikes going to hit Demon. Drop him low, but not take him down yet. Does Envy look to dive this? He's thinking about it. Flame break thrown out. Now Demon backing off, but reluctantly at that. Yeah, I'm just not really sure how they're going to find kills. And while I'm talking about them not finding kills, guess who is? It's the bottom lane where Arteezy is picking him up, cleaning him up with Bone 7 there in tow. Bone 7, speaking of which, working on an armlet now. Fear making a go in Envy. He's got track. He goes for the solo kill. He gets it. He will get netted now, but should be okay. There's not enough burst on Kaipi to bring him down. While that's happening mid lane, Arteezy TP's in. Immediately driven back. Maybe not. There's a time-lapse available, but will be time-lapsed all the way to bottom lane. And while that's happening, they do find another track kill with Bambo TPing in. Picks off Come With Me. Arteezy really didn't want to time-lapse early there because he knew he'd be off the tower and forced back to the base. But didn't want to go back to Fountain either. He'll go back. He's already got a medallion. This is troublesome for Jo. Jo's in grave danger of getting picked off. Arteezy Sakuchiing, and if he hits this Sakuchi, gets the medallion off, pops the illusions on the swarm. It could be bad for Jo, but he runs a little bit too far. And he's also maybe worried about the ganks, and as well he should be. Demon's rotated in. It's going to be a late Blink Dagger, folks. And generally, you can have your Blink at this point as Jungle Bat. If you're just sitting in the jungle, you can have it. I think the fastest that I've normally seen is like 9.5 minutes if you get lucky with the camp, so you don't miss any stacks, and you get to use the courier whenever you want to. At worst, 11 minutes or so is normally when you'll see it, but Demon, his jungle was blocked, sentry wards in both big camps. Then he went top. He stacked this camp. He farmed it eventually. He farmed this camp a bit. He also spent a lot of time in the lane, though. And now we'll see a dive from Arteezy. But Bat's here, and Arteezy's going to have to run. He can't. Jo brings him down quickly. There was no time lapse available, or at least did not use it in time. I think it was just cooling down. Might not have had the mana. Beat is hiding behind the tower. Sentry and Observer is here. And Envy's looking to push it. Can EG defend their towers? That's another interesting question for them. They have Profitable. Shadow Fiend can clear waves, but he doesn't really want to be sitting at the tower. They'll heal it up with Beat is for now, but Living Armor ain't going to do a thing against Edict. Look how fast it melts. Now Beat is with Overgrowth. Maybe they look to fight. There is a glyph. Are they going to glyph? That's the big question. No interest in glyphing. So EG, they'll give up their first tower of the game. They did take the tier 1 mid some time ago. Looks like I missed that. And speaking of missing stuff, Nagasiren goes down top. Fear finds a track kill, but throws away his own life to do so. Arteezy, quick on the reactions. It's always a slight advantage when your team gets a track kill and you only lose one, but they are trading a bounty hunter for a support Naga. That's not the best trade, and they're not getting track kills on multiple heroes. And now we look at, well, an even gold graph, experience graph actually going towards EG. But still, Kaipi with far more carries, with far more late game, and getting a lot of farm on those. Phase boots up on Eternal Envy. He's sitting at 73 CS. Has only died the one time, and pushing mid. Kaipi, even as far as towers go, I think EG, it's all about this Demon Blink. He's got to get his Blink Dagger, and they've got to start going for some smoke ganks, some multiple hero track kills. One solo track kills by Fear are just not going to cut it. It's kind of that classic 2009 style of drafting where you pick 3 carries. This was really popular a couple of years back before Smoke of the Sea was introduced to Dota 2. And the basic premise behind the strategy is you pick 3 carries, and your opponent has only, say, 1 or maybe 2. Even if one of your carries dies, 2 of them are always getting farmed. Even if 2 die, 1's still getting farmed. And eventually, you just look to beat your opponent through a war of attrition. Now Demon getting picked off. And did he buy his Blink Dagger? He did not. That's an absolute disastrous death. 13 minutes in, still no Blink on Demon. Again, generally you'd have this by that 10-minute mark, 11-minute mark as a Jungle Bat. Now Come With Me in trouble. This could be a good fight for EG, but the cooldown's better from EE. Catches 2. Jo in trouble. Bone 7 infest and pop back out. Wants to finish off Jo, but the Living Armor's here, keeping him in fighting shape. Eternal Envy driven off and picked off. It was a buyback from Demon. He needs to make something happen. That's more track gold into EG's pockets. Bone 7, no way out except the armlet toggles. Will it be enough? It will not. 5 heroes for EG to send on the middle lane, and Kaipi just trying to farm their supports, trying to get a little bit of gold into Arteezy's pockets. They did manage to take a tier 1 top while this was happening. So now a 1 tower advantage for Kaipi, but call it a big victory for EG, mainly because Demon buys back but finds a couple of track kills for his team and is still on track to have like a 15 and a half minute Blink Dagger, which is slow, make no mistake about it, but maybe fast enough this game. Arteezy, full utility build for him. He's got a gyro, he's got a lifesteal on his team. He doesn't need to go hard carry. He'll go for drums, he'll go for medallion. One thing I would really like to see Kaipi do, if they find a couple of kills, if they get the map control up, maybe if they kill Demon's Bat, is go for Roche. They can put sentry wards down so Bounty can't sneak up on them. If Demon's dead especially, there won't be any easy way for EG to contest. Sure, they can scout it with Bambo, but contesting and scouting are 2 very different things. Speaking of Bambo, going for a Shadow Blade. Naked Shadow Blade at that. He's picked up the Claymore. He's going now for the Shadow Amulet. And here comes Kaipi. Mithril Hammer up for EE, working his way towards a BKB. We'll see Beat is with Overgrowth. Tucked behind the tower. There is no glyph. Does EG look to contest? This one feels like maybe they will. Demon's coming in mid. He's got the Blink Dagger ready. This is going to be a tough fight for Kaipi if they get caught. Look for Eternal Envy. It's up to him if he gets a big call down. In comes Beatus, strutting through. A little bit too late to the party, though. And now Demon says, well, I want to fight. I want to fight very badly, but maybe I've missed my window. Fear is still farming. Now gets dusted, however. There is a net available. Oh, he could be in trouble. He's got a Shuriken Toss, but he can't finish the kill. He's just bought another Mithril Hammer. There's your Living Armor, keeping him in fighting shape. And he will go down. The Prophet ult clips him. That's track gold into Fear's pocket, and that's Fear living. Living Armor in the south, bringing him back to full HP. Now finally come with me. Janata strike in, then backs on out. In comes Demon, blinking over the top. He won't even bother to waste his lasso and come with me. He wants the bigger prize. He wants Eternal Envy. Here comes Arteezy. Hunting Fear. Is there detection for Fear? There's not. Chances of getting this kill, very remote. Now Sentry Ward deployed. A nice time-lapse out from Arteezy, but forced to run it away. And does seem like Kaipi really struggling. They need that Naga level 6. 16 minutes in. Imagine if they'd Song of the Siren there. Could have easily disengaged. Could have easily used the ult to set up time and wait for the team to TPN, but there was no reaction at all. Arteezy. Bambo Dota. Just stealing his neutrals. Shadowblade up. Midas coming off cooldown. EG starting to pull away a bit here. At one point, they trailed by nearly 3k gold. Now, oh, Bambo. He's hunting the enemy courier. Shadowblade into the enemy base. Now on the move, but he doesn't have boots yet, so it's very slow. He'll find it anyway. Bam, a friggin' bow. But he might die to a split earth. No, he'll get away too. Was there anything on that courier? Just the smoke of deceit, but cheeky, cheeky play from the Bambo. What else is new? That's why he's got so many fans. The big plays, the small plays, but he's always trying to make a play. Gotta love him. Demon, the Blink Dagger's been up. Now he's rotated top, and they might be able to push this tower. Naga's here. Does have Song of the Siren. If EG overcommit, it could be trouble, but for the time being, Demon scouting things out. He's hiding in the jungle. He's farming the enemy neutrals. And here comes the Song. It's caught Bambo. It might catch a few others as EG walk right into it. Shadowblade's up on Jo. There's your lasso to start the party off on Arteezy. There's your ult. Not enough to bring him down. Now he's running through the Firefly. The Overgrowth comes after a Bone 7 Rage. Now Jo's on the run. Jo in trouble. Dusted up, blown up. He's done a lot of AoE damage, but he hasn't killed anyone off. Now it's Beatus' turn to bite the dust. Barely living his Demon. On the run. Fear now with the Desolator. It really is a carry bounty. They've dropped the Sentry Ward. But can they actually bring down Arteezy? There's your Janata crit. Track not even used in time. Wouldn't matter. The issue versus this Weaver is they've only got 2 ways to lock him down. It's the lasso, the real way, and then it's Overgrowth, which, well, you can stop him from Zakuching away, but he can still time-lapse. He can still be a complete nuisance during that time. It's not a true stun. So I feel they're a bit reliant on Demon's initiation to make these fights work. And obviously, Naga's one of the best heroes to counter-initiate against the Bat. As long as your net's available, and especially if your Song's on cooldown. Bat jumps in, you just Song, or you net him, and then the fight can turn around. Still, Kaipi holding on to much-needed territory. The Tier 1 top stands, the Tier 1 bottom's at full HP. The Tier 1 mid has fallen, but as long as Kaipi have their towers up, it's much easier for them to deal with EG's onslaught of aggression. Desolator is up for Fear, though. 18-minute Desolator. Like I said, carry Bounty Hunter. Will it continue to work? That's a lot of farm on your Bounty Hunter. Jo, Shadowblade's been up. Now he'll work towards his next item. I imagine it's a BKB this game. Sure, there's still the net that holds you there. Lifestealer and Weaver still right-click. The Swarm goes through BKB, and the minus armor will still affect you. But the main issue is, if you don't have a BKB, then you get Split Earth. You're in a lot of trouble. You get Gyrocopter ulted. The damage is really going to hurt. Now they might find Bambo, though. In the jungle, they've got Dust. The net goes, and the Dust comes. Bambo maybe could have Shadowblade dodged that net, but he was too slow. Probably watching elsewhere on the map. Now on the run, the call down comes. Not good. Just barely clips him. Thought it was going to miss there. Now a quick TP reaction from Beatus. No Song available. He will escape. Meanwhile, middle lane, they've gone in on Bone 7. It's a track kill. Gold going to 3. No Naga Siren ult. No Gyro ult. I think this is where Kaipi cut their well, are satisfied with their kill, rather, and back off. Maybe a slight advantage to EG off of that. They lose the Prophet, but you know Prophet's going to find his farm, and you did get a track kill on 3 of your more important heroes. Now Fear will back off, and he'll go for a Vlad's. No BKB yet for him. Dire Courier finally respawns. The smoke will come out, along with an Arteezy Mithril Hammer. Does he go BKB this game? There's a lot of magic damage. There's the Requiem, the Shadow Fiend raises, the Flame Break, the Firefly. It really could be a Desolator. That would be a lot of minus armor from Riptide, the Swarm, and Desolator, but maybe just a bit too greedy. Now J.O.'s on the run. Come with me, trying to cut off the path of retreat. But J.O. will swagger away, and he will be able to escape. So 20 minutes in, our score is 11-9. You're watching the Corsair Summer Tour 2013. I'm your host, David L.D. Gorman of Beyond the Summit. If you enjoy the casting, well, stick with us. We've got at least one more game, possibly two. EG are going to try to sneak a Roche. They're doing it as the Radiant side against the Dire. They are doing it with rather mediocre vision. I mean, they have some ward, they have some rune vision. They have a ward over here, so they'll spot any obvious movements, but they won't spot any smoke. Weaver can always recruit you into the pit and be on top of you in a flurry, but it looks like Kaipi are getting caught with their pants down. 3 heroes top. And Roshan against Gyro as well as Naga is incredibly dangerous, but the Naga's off the map right now, and it looks like Kaipi, this minus armor squad that thought they could snipe one. Really? Double medallion? Okay, well, there you go. There's your Aegis for J.O. Now he can be a lot more aggressive. He is going BKB, picks up the Ogre Club. Yeah, I'm not sure what this double medallion is all about. That is one of the more inefficient item builds to go for. The Buckler mech, at least the armor bonus stacks, but this does very little for you. Well, it's something in the Naga's pockets. It's a little bit of gold. It's a cheap item. Would rather see an urn for one of these heroes, but there you go. Meanwhile, mid lane, Demon, under cover of Invis, hunting Arteezy. Might find the kill, starts actually with the medallion. Arteezy used it himself, and now J.O. says, great. I will right-click you down with ease. Presence of the Dark Lord, indeed. Now a track thrown out on the Eternal Envy, and all of a sudden, Kaipi finding themselves a bit on the back foot, but Bone 7's gone in top lane. They've got Dust for Beatiz. Beatiz in trouble, in a whole lot of trouble, still being right-clicked by Bone 7. One more will bring him down. But EG are trading track kills for regular kills, and they're finding a few more as well. They now lead by 4k gold, 8k experience. It seems they're getting the better of Kaipi thus far, and Fear continues to prowl. Continues to hunt. The Vlad's coming for him soon. He'll spot out Bone 7 in the jungle. Has the track available. You can rage out of track. There's no infest, though. So Bone 7, he might be able to run. But can he run far enough? Now goes for the TP. Quick reaction. Is it enough? It's not. Fear, as well as J.O., combining with their massive minus armor. -6 from Presence of the Dark Lord. And then you're looking at another -7 from the Desolator. -13 armor. That ain't nothing to sneeze at. And if they ever get a medallion up, it'll be... I think it'll be 20 armor at that point. Is medallion 6 or is it 5? I can never remember. It is 6, so it would be minus 19 armor. My math would have been bad either way. What can I say? Okay, here we go. J.O., he's picked up an illusion rune. Shadowblade in towards mid. Arteezy, and come with me, very much on the back foot. Kaipi, they do have, I mean, you still got to say they have the better late game lineup with enough farm, but they are starting to feel like they're a long way from that farm. Eternal Envy, BKB's up, yes. Phase Boots up, yes. Even a Quelling Blade to get out of Prophet Sprouts. Helps you a tiny bit with the Ancient farming, but not a whole lot. Sure, they've got some... Another courier kill? Did Bambo do it again? I believe he did. Meanwhile, mid lane, though, they've gone in on Arteezy with a Demon Lasso. They'll pick him off. I believe Bambo just sniped yet another courier. He did. He killed it at the Ancients. Come on, Bambo. Too much, this guy. Too much. Didn't have anything on it. Had already delivered its payload, but that is a cool 750 gold for the entire team, times 2. Call it 1,500 gold that Bambo has personally awarded his team from courier kills. That's a lot of gold. And the other thing is Kaipi don't get to use that courier. The pressure continues to mount. Now they're going in on the bottom lane. Some of the Siren was used, but no TP out. Because Pilot, I didn't have a TP scroll, or it got canceled earlier if he did. He'll get picked off, and Kaipi just slowly getting pulled apart here. I mentioned the importance of using the Batrider in conjunction with the Bounty Hunter, and EG were slow to do it. But once they got that Blink Dagger from Demon, they just continue to find kill after kill after kill. Now Kaipi, despite having multiple carries, despite getting a lot of farm on all 3 of them early on, they're starting to really slip off here. There's a glyph available for the Radiant. I imagine they could look to defend this tier 2 top, but... Kaipi already in position under the tower, no lasso available. Now it's come off cooldown. They'll choose to trade. So they give up a tier 2 top, they do collect the tier 1 bottom, and now an Orchid for the Lifestealer. Not a bad choice against the Batrider mainly, you just Orchid him as he jumps in. But Shadow Fiend is a BKB. Fear will probably go for one next. It's a little late to get an Orchid, it seems to me. I guess you prevent Tran from getting off his Overgrowth, his Living Armor. Maybe that turns the tides of a fight. There's no Storm Spirit this game. There's no Queen of Pain. There's no hero that you really must silence, though. Now Fear, Living Armor up. And he's hunting Come With Me. They found one. Come With Me goes down. That's a track kill for 2. And a quick TP reaction for Bambo. He'll retreat back out. And now they hunt in the jungle as well. They found themselves a Naga Siren. No Sawn available. She's in trouble. She'll get bursted up. Perfect raises from Jo. Perfect is sick indeed. Now Jo on the run, however. He's in trouble. He'll go down. Has the Aegis, though. He'll be coming back with a BKB, with a Requiem. But I don't know how much it actually will do here. He'll just try and run. And they're scared. They'll back off because they don't know where Demon is. They don't know where the lasso is. And here comes Demon. Blink Dagger up, hunting Bone 7, blinking, force staffing forward to initiate. Has no way to pull himself back out, but seems not to need it. Bone 7 low, Armor toggling, won't be able to live. He goes down, could not get off the organ. Now Jo unwinds the Requiem. The Overgrowth caught a few. EG with some fantastic synchronization in this team fight, leading 18-11. Can't find any more kills, but they're getting track kill after track kill. They did lose Fear in the end there to Eternal Envy, but hey, you're trading and you're killing carries and you're getting track gold. Call it a big victory for EG. Now they've increased their lead to nearly 8k gold, 14k experience. Having more carries isn't always a blessing. Sometimes it's a curse. If you don't get farm on them, I don't know if Kaipi will have this late when they continue to fall this far behind. And maybe I should just stop casting the game and put the courier cam on, because at the rate Bambo's going, he'll be hitting the trifecta of courier kills pretty soon. It heads out mid. Does have a gem in tow. They're sick of the shenanigans. They're sick of the bounty hunter initiations. The Shadow Blade from the Prophet, the Shadow Blade from the Shadow Fiend, and they're going to try and find some kills here. I think this gem is actually long overdue. There's even the tree going in Viz, and you're up against a big ganky lineup. Is he really? Really, Bambo? Really? Shadow Blading in, hunting the Kurds, parked at the tier 4s, and now Bambo is going to find a solo kill and come with me. Sure, he dies. Sure, it's not a great play, but you got to admire the gumption. Goes for the courier again. This time doesn't get it, though. They had to sit 4 heroes in their base just to kill Bambo, and he still gets a kill. And while that's happening, Jo's pushing top. So even when Bambo dies, the amount of attention he requires from the enemy team, their supports, and their carry, makes it all but worth it. Demon now with a gem of his own, purchased by Beataz. And here we go. Dota Demon looking for an initiation up on the cliff. There is no dire vision of this just yet. Now he pokes his head down. The pings come out. Now they've seen him, and they will back off. It is daytime. So Arteezy having a decent start mid, but really slowing down here in the mid game. No BKB up yet for him. No Desolator. It feels like he needs at least 2 or 3 items at this point. And Fear's just on the prowl. Now he'll go for the BKB. Ogre Club up. Mass minus armor. Look for EG if they find another pickoff. Roche is coming in just a few minutes. Demon, Firefly cooling down. He'll be hunting mid. He's got a haste rune. He blinks in. He lassos Envy and he pulls him really far away. Requiem being unwound. Envy's gonna pop. No way out there. Just absolutely slaughter. Now Bone 7 comes in. Being right-clicked to death. This Shadow Fiend really starts to pack a punch. On the run he is. Fear coming in. Fear going out. Throws out a track onto Arteezy. Arteezy will retreat out. And now EG, having successfully zoned Kaipi off the tower, will be looking for a tier 2 mid. This is such a nice tower. Getting this when Roshan's about to respawn gives them a way more map control. They could maybe even go high ground. No call down unless Gyro buys back. I don't even know if he's got it, actually. No buyback on the Gyro. Just has the goal now, but forcing it out would still be huge. They've got Desolator. They've got a lot of physical damage from their Shadow Fiend. That'll be -7 armor on the tower. Now sitting at only 18, and just look at it melt. Bambo slowly wailing away at it. Here's your song. Buyback from Envy. He'll come in for a call down, but it's going to be late. It's going to be way late. Even if he gets this off, I don't know if it matters. BKB from Jo. Just right-clicking, they'll get Fear. Fear will fall. But a buyback on your Gyro just to kill off the enemy bounty hunter. Is it really worth it? That's the question. They're going to find Beataz as well, potentially. He's actually okay for the time being. Now they've isolated him. They picked him off. That's 2 heroes dead. Make it 21-14. 29 minutes in. EG are leading. Roshan's respawning in about 2 minutes or so. Coming closer. So overall, things just don't look that good for Kaipi. I guess that's kind of obvious at this point, but here's why. Envy needs a lot of farm later on in these fights, and the issue is they can always just focus him with Lasso, because this Lifestealer isn't doing enough damage to really burst anyone. Kaipi have a lineup that's built heavily around Lifestealer jumping and just instantly blowing someone up. The call down, the song combo just never seems to be there. Now Demon's trap Bone 7. He'll pull him onto the cliff. He'll force a Bone 7 TP. He even has to rage TP, worried about a potential flame break. Simultaneously, Demon, cheeky as usual. Well, he'll TP out on his own. Bambo finds the tier 3 mid all by his lonesome, up to 4.2k gold. So yeah, the only hero who can reliably get off huge damage in the team fights is actually the Gyro. And the Gyro is up against Lasso. It's where you really would like Eternal Enemy to be farmed enough with a Butterfly and a Satanic that he lives through that initial onslaught, then Satanics and turns the fight around. But at the rate he's going, EG are just going to be able to chain stun him and blow him up. They have a Sight Device now on Bambo. They've got Fear with a BKB pretty much complete. Jayo's just picked up his Butterfly. The track gold really working for EG. And you could check out the kill participation for most of these heroes. Bambo involved in 12 kills, teleporting top lane, canceling, repeating, finally he'll come in. All of these heroes are sitting at like 10 plus kills involved out of 20. That's pretty decent for heroes that want to farm a lot. Like a Prophet, like a Shadow Fiend. That means a lot of track gold in their pockets, and it means, well, no surprises, they're pretty rich. Well, your tree ain't. Beatus is absolutely impoverished. He's really on food stamps this game. 1,700 net worth. Jo nearly 10 times his support's net worth. That's Treant for you. Doesn't do a whole lot except living armor and the occasional overgrowth. Not to say Beatus hasn't done his job, but this is where it sucks to be Treant as a support in the mid game. It's not a particularly fun hero in my book. More of an asshole hero. There's a certain personality type that enjoys playing Tree, I must say. Demon. Boots of Travel up for him, and now just looking to find pickoffs. So constant pressure from EG all around the map. It's not an uncommon item on Batrider, but I think in this game especially, you have a Prophet and with a Scythe, and now you've got Demon with Boots of Travel, Blink and Force Staff, and a Gem. There's no vision for Kaipi. There's the threat of a two-man gank at a bare minimum at all times. And there's always the Bounty Hunter gank. There's the Shadowblade Prophet. So basically, EG can come with their entire team from nowhere. They're trying to do Roche now. They'll do it in a hurry. Kaipi just too late to the party, and now Demon jumps in. Lassos and pulls back, come with me. They've used the lasso on a less important hero, the Leshrac. Now the Song's deployed. They've caught everyone, but where's EE God? Where's that cooldown? Is it going to matter? The BKBs come out. Fear and Jo just going to town. Requiem turning this around in a hurry. Now, Pylite I picked off from the backside. Bambo dodged all of the nukes, and now they're trying to bring EE down. He's tracked up. He's surrounded. He will go down if they actually right-click him. They've stopped. Now they finish him. Arteezy buys back. Dies again. I believe he bought back there. He did. Envy no buyback, and Kaipi just get manhandled in game one. They tap out. 32 minutes in, the final score, 27-15 after a team wipe outside the Roche pit. You have Naga, you have Gyro, you have 3 carries, you farm them all well early game. EG by no means played this game perfectly. Demon, a little bit inefficient in the jungle, moved around a lot. Kaipi slowed him down with their early sentry wards blocking the big camps. It was like a 13, 14, maybe even a 15-minute Blink Dagger, something along those lines for Demon. The Shadow Fiend died mid-early, had a slower start. Tree was late to get level 6, but EG just completely outmaneuvered and outplayed Kaipi in the mid-game. So, guys, with that being said, that is going to wrap up game number 1. It's a best of 3, though. EG versus Kaipi. We'll be back after a short break for game 2. Winner of this best of 3 moves into your winner bracket semifinals, and we'll be playing the team that won earlier today, that being Virtus Pro. I'm LDF Beyond the Summit. Stay with us. We'll be back after these messages.